I'm almost ready to be a cowboy.
Xinjiang is huge,
ranging all the way from the snow and mountains to the heat and sound of the desert.
Careful your pen.
Do we open?
Open and do.
See? Oh my god!
I'm really at the frontier of the frontier.
Okay, wonderful.
You don't speak sometimes the same language, but you still connect. And you still feel like you're similar.
Xinjiang has always been a crucible, the fusion of cultures.
Yes.
太漂亮. The frontier of China, the heart of Eurasia.
Oh, wow. There's a new word that opens to you. Impressive.
Look, they're fighting. They're riding their horse and at the same time fighting for the sheep. How are they keeping balance?
I'm here in Shacha, which is near Kashgar, and I've come here because I'm interested in investigating a particular type of music, mukam. If you want to understand Kashgar, you need to understand the geography.
I'm starting to really feel the altitude. As soon as I take one step, I feel like I run a marathon.
Kashgar seems in some ways in the middle of nowhere, but in fact, it's the center of everything.
I could understand these years of history and artistic expression through all the spaces that surrounds me while I'm visiting the city.
Still trying to learn around the fire this time.
It's crazy to think that so many people live in this same region, but have very different cultures, dress differently, eat differently, think differently.
Because here we have two lines of the Silk Road meet here in Kashgar. Those Silk Roads have brought a variety of people, cultures, traditions, ideas, and religions into this one place.
你想吃啊？可以啊，可以。
Got some.
The frontier of China, the heart of Eurasia.
I'm at the foot of Mount Mudzagara in Aktau County, western Xinjiang. It is one of the many mountains that surrounds the Pamir Plateau. My name is Nico de Rouge, I'm French. I specialize in reportage and documentary photography, which takes me around the world. This region is famous for a group of Kyrgyz people called the Kalma Corps. They help the tourists on their ascent of the mountain.
It's only the beginning of the season, but it looks like they're already helping some tourists on their ascent. Business seems to be doing pretty good. Let's go say hi. 你好，尼哥。
你好，我叫 Dilly， 我们是登山队，还有骆驼队。
都是你们的装备吗？
骆驼上面都是我们的登山装备和物资。
这个都是本地的，
本地的，
这边特别的，对吧？
对对，高海拔的寒冷的地方，所以它的毛发会多一点。对对对。
那么热，
对，
那我也需要了。
要。
那我可以跟你们一起吗？
欢迎。
好，走，
大家我们可以出发了。
In this area, it's wild, it's empty, it's raw, it's rough. It's hard to imagine that such a desolate place can be so close to a vibrant city like Kashgar.
Kashgar Old Town is the center of Kashgar. Here, you can find residential buildings of several hundreds of years old. I'm Hasna. I come from Morocco, from Casablanca. I came here to China to be working in architecture. Since 2009, Kashgar Old Town has undergone a major renovation program, and I'm on my way to meet Pazilati, an architect who has led the project in this area. I'm Pazilati. So all these architecture are new ones. Yes, new ones. It's very impressive because you really look old in all its detail, even the windows, the frozen facade.
Yes, we give it a better foundation, better structure. We made it look as same as before.
It kept the same architectural typology of a maze-like streets and narrow alleyways and beautiful game of lightings and shadows, just all leading you through the historical place of this culture.
I'm here in Shacha, which is near Kashgar, and I've come here because I'm interested in investigating a particular type of music, mukam. My name is Neil Schmid. I'm an American and a historian of China. Mukam is essentially a divertimento, a combination of song and dance, folk and classical music. And I'm here with a young researcher by the name of Wang Xiangyang, who spent years of his life recording mukam throughout Xinjiang.
In the mukam, we have the history, poems, the love, the life, about the people. In Shacha, we have the 12 mukams. When you've been to Hami, Bhutan, also have different kind and different styles.
Mukam has been a way for readers to understand their culture over hundreds of years. Even people who couldn't read can enjoy it and listen to. It's been an evolving encyclopedia in many ways because it contains so much of culture.
We went to visit one of the houses that she renovated 10 years ago. I was really, really impressed. There's a new world that opens to you that you couldn't expect from the simple facade, and now you end up seeing this.
To'g'ri, bizning oilamizda oilasiga ko'l-birnalarni o'ylatiradigan, aqtab tushib, qilaoladigan, o'zimizning bolalar ko'chada o'ynamay shu o'yinlar o'ynab, qilaoladigan turmushlar.
So you chose by yourself how you wanted the interior design of your house to be?
Evet, mimarchilik san'ati bizning o'zimizning ot kasb, ot marascho'mish mimarchilik. Qurilishni yapati, hukumat qiladi, bezak ishlarni o'zimiz planlab, o'zimizdan xohlagan bo'yicha qildik. Biz Uyg'urlarning an'anasi bo'yicha.
They chose the typical Uyghur style, and they prefer this style.
柯尔克孜族人有什么跟别的民族不一样的？
Kırgızlar düşüp kazıklan yaşaydıran ziyademde maydiye X boğan kim var, dehqonchilik olmaydı. O Kırgızlar şu borunun tatlıkmış, çarvıçılık bilen şug'ullanib kelgan. So'ng o'sha o'tiraqlashib, shu mustaqni oldidan mustaq joylashib qolgan bo'ladi.
雪代表纯洁，山的体型也像他们的毡帽一样的，所以他们一直对山峰是一个纯净的、纯拜的这种心理。
80 yildan beri hozirda xalqning turmushi har jihatdan yaxshilanib, cho'g'ib mustaqillik.
Burunqo'ylar top qurilma, to'pi yog'och hamda xatarlikda zodi. Burunqo'ylarda shu hojatxonaning, oshxonaning masalan turba, gaz qatorliqlarning hech qaysi yo'qdi. Keyin o'zgartgandan keyin hukumat qilgan bizning turmushimizga shunda qulaylik hamma tarafdan burun qilib boqqanda.
喀什老城区是有100年的历史，它这个以商贸为主，改造最主要的还是保护了他们原来的这种生活的习惯。
So last year, December, when they called this.
It's beautiful.
Yes. It's like 11 years that I have interviewed and recorded 3,000 musicians.
That's a lot of work.
Yes.
For me, it was particularly interesting because I saw instruments in Dunhuang that are still played here today in Xinjiang.
We have the Uyghurs music, like mukam. We have the Kazakh music, Tajik music. The culture is like mixed. This music is very important part of in the Chinese traditional music.
The database is incredibly valuable because he's preserving culture that's fast disappearing, and he's preserving it in a way, digitally, that he can share with future generations to create new forms of art to maintain this tradition.
montato.
Germanya'da,
Amerika.
Amerika'da. Ma Beijing'den.
After many years, we can listen it, we can see it. Otherwise, I think the youngers haven't interested for this traditional music.
I guess it's time for school. They're all getting ready. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm bringing the kids to school. But they're running faster.
很多人以为改了以后找不到他以前的这个感觉，其实我们是为了更好的去保护这个文化。万一哪天有地震了，这个东西就消失了，这是很遗憾的。我们其实就是用另外一种方式让它存留更长的时间。
What's interesting about this space is that it's the perfect scenography of what existed before. It looks like a theme park, only it is real. It is real people, real lifestyle.
I'm starting to really feel the altitude. My head, a little headache. It's been tough to breathe. As soon as I take one step, I feel like I run a marathon. But the people who are with me, for them it's just like a walk in the park. I think they do it quite often. And walking around in altitude like this is something that they're used to. For a city boy like me, it's not the same.
One of the main characteristics that jump out to me was their resilience. That people who live in these kind of harsh conditions turn out to be a bit tough. When you look at them go, you feel like you're gonna make it because they're gonna make it, no doubt, and they're with you.
Took me to a banquet. I was incredibly touched because here I was, a stranger, and they welcomed me like a good friend.
You're from America. I'm from China, and he's from Spain. You don't know him, but when you play the music together, maybe 1 minute, 5 minutes will be old friends.
Music also builds community.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
That's great.
It's important.
Okay, bye-bye. So they're on their way now to C1, and then C2 and C3, I think. And then in the end, they'll reach the top of the mountain at 7,000 meters. I hope it all goes well.
For thousands of years in the Kashgar region, different cultures have existed, and they continue to exist. Not only do we have Uyghurs and Kyrgyz in this area, but of course we have Han, Hui, and Tajiks as well.
I'm here on Karakoram Highway to Karanyong village, which is a Tajik village with more than 400 years history.
And it took a while on the road to get there, but the scenery is so amazing that it felt like a flash.
Is one of the most elevated highways in the world and the highest paved road that ever existed. It starts in Pakistan and ends in front of me in Kashgar.
Kashgar was the center of trade on the ancient Silk Road, and today you can still feel its trading history through its active bazaars full of life and culture. I am on my way to the food bazaar, and I'm going to meet Wang Pan. He's a food blogger with hundreds of thousands of followers on the internet. And today, I am the lucky one who will discover his magnificent food culture.
你有没有什么比较喜欢吃的东西啊？
甜的东西。
最喜欢的是甜的，那太好了呀！前面有一家甜品店，我带你去尝尝。
This is 粽子。
粽子，这你也知道？
I know it.
老板，来好2个酸奶粽子。粽子是我们中国很传统的节气美食。每年端午节的时候，不管中国的南方还是北方，它都会去包这个粽子。但是当时我们这个新疆是不种这种糯米的，所以那时候还没有吃过这些粽子。
Good. I'm looking forward to try it.
我们的酸奶粽子也好了。
Whoa.
尝尝。
They take something that already exists because the one I tried in Shanghai was different. It had egg yolk and other fillings.
像我们新疆人吃的粽子，它里面就是糯米包，它没有任何的东西，放一些我们新疆人最喜欢吃的这种酸奶、糖稀，现在变成我们自己新疆的特色了已经。这都是做的一些喀什比较有特色的一些美食。
Looks fantastic.
这个就是我最喜欢吃的，特别爽。我爷爷就来到新疆，然后我也特别为我的这种家乡感到自豪。喀什自古以来就是丝绸之路上的很重要的一条通道，不同的美食在这融合了之后呢，我们各民族都特别喜欢。
arriving now at Kanaryang Tajik village. I was so lucky to see the Tajiks dancing and they're playing music. The whole village is here for their traditional sport of sheep grabbing. Look at it, it's insane. I don't know how they don't get hurt. I had heard about this tradition before, but seeing it was completely different. Brave men on their horses, throwing these sheep around, speeding to the goal. There's a lot of collisions between riders, between horses. How are they keeping balance? The energy, the resilience, just the motivation it takes to do this sport. It was very impressive. All right, look, they're about to score. Okay. And that's a goal. So they have to throw the dead sheep into this basket over there. And it's 1-0, I'm guessing.
上面写的是维吾尔族的学者、优秀的思想家、诗人Yusuf Hajib的陵寝。
Coming together of so many different ethnicities in Kashgar has enabled literature, art to develop in a very, very rich way over a long period of time. Yusuf Hajib, this incredibly important poet and scholar, originally from a place called Balaskun, is buried here in Kashgar. He moved here because of the rich culture.
这个书的书名呢，就是“库达古贝雷”，就是把人引向幸福的这样一种智慧知识。
是。Mr. Liu Bing translated Yusuf Hajib's work into Chinese and also studied it for decades.
佛罗智慧它是中华民族的传统文化当中的一个结晶。序言当中就讲说，这里头是有秦地哲士的箴言。 以治人义信，树忠孝悌，这9个字我们都可以找到古代回鹘语当中对应的概念。
所以这本书的内容就叫包容。
包罗万象。
He represents the blossoming of culture in this area, and that culture being a result of all these traditions coming together in the Taklamakan and being centered in Kashgar.
Okay. I met this guy, Tony, who talked to me and introduced me a little bit to the Tajiks.
今天是我们塔吉克族传统的节日，就霹雳皮节嘛，所以我们举行了表演比赛。这是我们塔吉克男人野性力量的象征嘛。霹雳节的时候嘛，我们一家人还是邻居朋友啊聚在一起啊点火、唱歌、跳个艳舞嘛。今天晚上干嘛呢？
今天晚上我没有打算。
我邀请你来我们家参加霹雳节。
真的吗？
真的。
好，谢谢谢谢。那我几天晚上来？
那一定要参加啊！
好，谢谢你。
这是我们当地很有名的一条美食街。
欢迎光临新桌。
我们的大盘鸡来了。我们新疆菜上来就是大口吃肉啊，然后分量都很足，一定要吃到饱的这种。很辣是吧？
I see you sweating. Actually, I've tried this kind of meal, but it was in a Sichuan restaurant.
有一种说法就是说它是四川人发明的，因为像大盘鸡里面用的这种辣椒，啊，它就是四川人经常会放的一种辣椒。大盘鸡的时间并不是很长，80年代，新疆有一条国道叫312国道，然后穿越了很多中国很重要的一条公路，跑了很多有这个大车的这种司机，他们喜欢吃这种大份能够吃饱的食物。
Noodles.
对，是大盘鸡，然后加这个皮带面，搅一搅，拌一拌。
Let's go. More sauce. Yes.
大盘鸡它产生本身就是因为新疆是一个重要的这种交通要道，而且又有很多其他地方的居民融合了当地的一些口味之后，形成了这么一个大盘鸡，可以代表说是我们新疆是一个民族融合的一个地方。
I am now at the Idka Mosque, which was built in the 15th century and has a history of more than 500 years. It has always been one of the landmark buildings in Kashgar. So the end of Ramadan is coming, and can you tell me a little bit about what happens here at the mosque?
13-числа Розаид намазы оқылды. Дағдылық оқылды. Розаид намазыда оныңға әр милләттен, әр сахадан келіп қатнашыды, сама ұсуланы жөр білді.
The Islam that developed here was incredibly cosmopolitan. We had Buddhism, we've had Zoroastrianism, we've had Manichaeism, even Christianity, and of course Islam. The cultures that flowed into this area mixed and blended and created a really unique form of Islam.
它这个就重版湖嘛，白胡椒，历来就有每年一次举行这个霹雳节。
In Zoroastrianism, fire is cleansing. And so what you might see in a ritual where they wash their face with fire is cleansing the impurities out. These Zoroastrian influences that continue to exist today are not so much religion, but heritage that's been passed down for thousands of years. Kashgar had this complexity of religions that worked together harmoniously, and that created a wealth of traditions of cultures.
Look at all these people. You want to make a business that is successful? Choose food business in the bazaar of Kashgar. I love Khmer.
我们喀什的美食巴扎是在全新疆最有名的，我们各民族都抵挡不住对美食的这种热情。
新疆居民的抓饭，你要试试？是的。啊，好，咱这都是牦牛肉。
真的好吃。老板，鹅蛋加鸽子蛋和野鸡蛋的，蛋清先取掉，再加这两个。
Oh my god! This is a mix of different kinds of eggs. 然后在那里，
对，把它烤熟，挺烫的。
OK. You don't eat?
我吃过好多次了，所以这次你吃。
They're trying to teach me the eagle dance, and I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Is this a celebration of the fire? So they're just dancing around it, playing with it. Better, right?
Ruzayt günüsü Eyüpcan Avcı Meydan'da her millet halkı tentana kılıp sama usulünü oynuyordu. Sama usulü benim bilişimce miladi ilgili 4. asırlarda berpa olgan. Kashgarni merkez kılıp Şinjan'ın her qaysı orunlarga qarab davam ettiradi.
佛的象征就是平安、欢乐、互相祝福，我们永远就团结起来。
This is the mooncake.
对，这个叫月饼啊，象征这种团圆。很多网友在问我说：“哎，你们新疆人也会吃这个月饼？”其实我们新疆有这个很多的传统节日，中秋节也会去过，然后肉孜节他也会去过。
There's a very useful word, communitas. Communitas is a universal human phenomenon, which means that coming together of people for a performance or event, during that performance, everybody's equal.
这部书的第4章，他对这个当时丝绸之路这个景象做过描绘。他说天空当中有些鸟，有的是从东方来，带来了很多的雨；有的从西方来，表达了他们的一片赤心。有了情谊化，天涯就像比邻一样，从东方到西方，中间顶多隔一道山。
And still alive. It's super fun, actually. I'm very happy that I came all the way here to meet with the Tajiks. They have a very distinct culture, very singular and very strong.
In this Kashgar trip, I had the chance to intimately discover the lifestyle of the local people, and I could realize how much they enjoy it. When you love food, it means you love life. It means you have a lifestyle that is lively, that is communicative, social, open. That says a lot about a culture.
Coming to Kashgar was revelatory. To see a continuation of Islamic culture over hundreds of years that's still alive, that's still appreciated, was incredibly meaningful. People may think that the Silk Road is something distant in time and place, but in fact, you can come to Xinjiang and you can experience many, many aspects of the Silk Road today. And exploring them, I can gain a much, much deeper understanding of Xinjiang as a whole.